If you had to give math skills a catchphrase, which would you choose? Just like riding a bike, or if you don't use it, you lose it. The future nurses I tutored on fractions would agree. If you don't practice your math skills, you forget. So how can you make sure that your students are remembering the math skills that you taught them days, weeks, and even months ago? I have a strategy that is easy to implement that I want to share with you. Welcome to the Teacher Revolution, where I give you tips and tricks to continue to grow as an educator. I'm Cindy, I'm a counselor and a teacher coach, and I taught algebra and geometry for over a decade, and I want to share with you how I was able to effectively keep my students' math skills on point throughout the school year. And this method saved me so much time later in the year when it was time to review for state testing. But before we continue, when you are done watching this, remember to check out the link for the course I put together called Online Teaching Bootcamp, where I cover how to lesson plan, how to boost student engagement, how to check for understanding effectively, and how to differentiate. The saying, if you don't use it, you lose it, holds true for our muscles, our stamina, speaking a second language, and definitely our math skills. How many non-math teachers remember the quadratic formula and what it's used for, or how to solve and graph a system of equations? It's no wonder when you are reviewing for state testing, you hear a lot of the, "You never taught us that. Did you teach us that? I don't remember that." Or those looks like you're talking a foreign language. So what is the solution to help students remember all the skills you taught them throughout the year? Spiral homework. Spiral homework consists of asking math problems of topics that were seen weeks or even months ago. If you're giving math homework on the current skills that you're teaching, here are 5 reasons you should consider changing that practice. Number 1, students could be practicing the skill wrong. Number 2, the students might have not had enough feedback during their independent practice in class to understand their mistakes or the process. Number 3, students that need the practice are not the ones completing the homework. And the reverse of that, number 4, students who are completing the homework are not the ones that need the practice. Number 5, if you're not providing feedback on that homework, just simply checking if they wrote something, then your homework is completely ineffective. Instead, give spiral homework. And since I gave you 5 reasons to not give current skill homework, here are 5 reasons why spiral homework is the way to go. Number 1, by having students review previously seen skills every day, you will have less to review come testing time. Number 2, it will help with long-term skill building. Number 3, students will feel more confident. They're doing stuff they already know how to do. Number 4, you'll be able to provide intervention for students who did not grasp the concept the first time. If you're enjoying these tips so far, don't forget to hit that like button. And number 5, spiral homework gives students several opportunities to master a skill that they might have missed. It creates an opportunity throughout the school year to fill in any gaps a student might have. If they didn't get it in October, then they can get it in January. And that's okay, as long as they get it. Here is how I use spiral homework. I created a simple template with 10 boxes. I made this template available for you to download just to save you some time. I'll leave the link for that template in the description. Then I created the spiral homework for the entire week, which made planning so much easier. As I planned for the week, I would include questions that would support whatever new skill we were going to be learning. For instance, if we were going to be working with fractions, I would make sure I asked questions on greatest common factor or least common multiple. If we were going to be working on solving equations, I would ask questions about integers. So you kind of get the idea. Since I use the spiral homework to help monitor student learning, I would collect it and provide students feedback. The students who were still making mistakes would receive some kind of intervention. And a quick tip, typing math problems onto a worksheet can be a complete nightmare and a headache. So just write it. It makes it so much easier. Are you ready for a free one-on-one session with me to talk about your homework strategy or anything else related? Head over to my website at cindyrosa.com for some information. All right, so let's recap. Instead of assigning homework on the current math lesson, assign no more than 10 questions on skills that were previously taught. This will ensure that your students are practicing those skills and will give you the opportunity to provide intervention if they forget how to do it. What questions do you have about making math homework more effective? Leave a comment below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I really hope you found this information helpful, and thank you for watching.